Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're leveling the backyard. Alright, so the first step of the leveling project, we're going to go ahead and cut lower than our normal height of cut. So right now, grass is at 3/4 of an inch. Set the reel mower at 1/2 inch. That way we can get our top dressing material nice and evenly through the canopy. Just kind of set your mower as low as it will go. I chose 1/2 inch just because I know it's not too level back. I went a little bit lower, be scalping, and I don't want to go that low. So set up for 1/2 inch and let's get to it. Almost forgot, we want bagger clippings for this. Alright, we got step one complete, got that cut down to 1/2 inch. Went ahead and did 2 different directions cutting that, because even on the first direction, missing a lot of stuff, kind of floating over that grass. Kind of shocked how much it was taking off too. It was, I think 3 days ago that I did cut this at 3/4 of an inch, did the dethatching, everything back here, so it's pretty grown by then. So it might have been by 1/2 inch, definitely overwent the 1/3 rule that we're supposed to follow. But really happy with how this turned out. Mower was kind of bogging too, so I had to almost do like half a pass at a time, make sure I could get through it, but on to the next step. All right, step number 2 is grab your medium that you're using to level with, throw it out kind of evenly. I'm gonna run it over it with a leveling rake, and I always use just a regular metal rake. Go ahead and knock down piles in manageable pieces, shovel and scoop it out. So there's a lot of talk about what you should use, level your lawn. People use sand, dirt, compost, etc. Under my belief, I can think that, all right, if the gap is a little bit more than an inch, the dip, you're going to want to use soil. That's a lot better to grow new seed under, because obviously if it's anything larger than that, if you have cool season grass, you're going to smother it and you're going to need to reseed. So I actually have mixed. This is pretty much 50-50 sand and soil, so I'm going to use that for a lot of the big dips along the yard, and then for some of this finer stuff I'm just going to use regular old sand. So let's go ahead and get this knocked out. This is the hard part. I gotta say that last step was no fun at all. So what I was doing is taking a broom and I was just kind of combing through the grass, making sure that there's some blades popping through. Especially with cool season grass, if you smother everything and there's no grass showing, you most likely won't come through. So just getting the broom out, trying to go through some of those deep spots that I went ahead and buried, lift up some of those grass blades so it receives the sun, won't die off. But one thing though too, I am pre-germinating some seed too. So in about a day or so, once that's good to go, I'm gonna put that out on the lawn and it's gonna have an overseed as well. And you can see too in some areas behind me where some of the sand was a little moist. That will have to go back at a later date, comb that through once it dries out. But I think this is a decent start so far. This is not just a one and done process unless you really bury everything. You really want to overseed everything right then and there. Just want to do light little sand coating on top, a little bit of seed in some areas that won't pop through, but that way it will recover in time for the summer. We're in no means time of the year to go ahead and do a full renovation on this, but I think this will at least suffice for the fall. Yeah, so thank you everybody for watching. Comment in the description if you're going to do something like this to your lawn this year, and I'll see you guys soon.